Starlight, it's electric. I can smell the summer coming off your soul. Let me find a sign to realize it all. Yeah. I just still can't sleep, babe. Can you hear the sound of the thunder? It's electric, hold me.
Looking good, my guy. What's up, MD?
What's up, MP?
Time to warm up. Get ready to rock.
Showtime, MP. True ballers only.
Come to the game and the first 10,000 fans It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending Sunday evening with us. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. And let's check Miami's starting lineup. They've got Bam Adebayo. Alec Burks is out there with Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at center, locking down the middle. And for the Timberwolves, we've got Dante DiVincenzo, Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Edwards, and it's Champ in at the 3, the small forward. Well, Coach, we're still very early in the NBA season. When you were coaching, what was your focus around this time?
Early in the season, Brian, really in the entire season, but especially early, you just want to try to be getting better every single night, making the corrections from one night to the next, and just keep growing as a team.
Here's Champ. In the game against Portland, very impressive. Here's Highsmith, defended by Gobert. Highsmith passes to Burks. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Here's Champ. Picked by Gobert. And he lobs it up to the rim. Stolen by Hero. Fast break Miami. Up ahead. Here's Highsmith. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Back to Randle. It's Edwards on the wing. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Shot clock at 6. And he buries his first look.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards. Taking the contact, but staying committed to his finish.
Hero, the pass to Highsmith. From deep. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
Pass to Champ. Soft touch off the glass.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Deflected.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
He puts up a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Champ's got 5.
Yeah, an underrated passer. Randle has a nice feel for the game and is willing to keep his teammates involved.
Well, Coach, the Heat have had some deep playoff runs recently, making the finals twice in 5 years.
Yeah, Brian, and what's really interesting is that they've only been higher than a 5 seed once in that span. They just hit a different gear in the playoffs.
And Minnesota has possession. Miami making their last shot. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Randle. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Edwards for 3. Counted from distance. Edwards gotten his second bucket.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Adebayo with it. It's rebounded by Minnesota. This, their first look at this year's Miami squad.
Yeah, they were swept in this matchup last season, running against expectations.
Yeah, nice read by Gobert. When he's providing an assist, that is a big bonus.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Burks against Edwards. Burks no good.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Here's Champ. 5 points in the game. Releases from 15. That shot missing. Heat trail by 9. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Burks. His last outing, we saw him score 22. And again, no good by Miami.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Here's Champ. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Heat trail by 11. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Miami making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. And here's a look now at who shot the ball the best during last season's campaign. Second is Rudy Gobert.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
And here's Hero. 23 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver. Pass to Burks. Outside Robinson. Back to Burks. Just 4 to shoot. Hero for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
Great offensive game plan in that one. They put their guys in positions to succeed, and it really paid off.
And that was the kind of win a coach takes pride in. You lay out the strategy, and the players execute perfectly.
Here's Champ. He has 7. Randall outside. Here's Champ. Randall, a screen on Robinson. Champ can't hit. Now Burks. Will it go? That's good from Robinson on the assist by Burks.
And look, this is a shot you can't give to Robinson because he loves shaking free from the corner.
Here's Champ driving in, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And Stan, after they traded for Rudy Gobert, it took some time for the Wolves to gel.
It did, Brian. He's a unique player, and it's a process. But obviously a 14-win improvement last season, they have found their identity as a defensive juggernaut.
And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat, Stan. That was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 5. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
Well, Coach, Minnesota turning back the clock last year. Most of their lineups had multiple bigs.
Yeah, and we saw how effective it was, especially on defense. Minnesota led the league in defensive rating by a wide margin, and that length was a key factor.
Count that one.
Yeah, just a flick of a wrist. Tyler Hero with the scorer's mindset.
Here's Champ. Robinson defending. Champ, good.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Pass to Adebayo. Hero against Conley. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Burks for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Burks has got 5 now. Two out of Bio. Burks has got 5 now.
And Adebayo's such an excellent passer as a center, finding the open man right there.
Champ passes to Reed. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket. Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
Pass to Love. And here's Jaquez. Here he goes. Reed with the rebound.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Here's Champ. Rebound Miami.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Robinson in the post. Reed defending. Robinson passes to Adebayo. Rozier from outside. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Champ's got 4 rebounds now. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter here. Sinks that one from the post. He's got 14.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Pass to Love. There's a screen by Love. Robinson for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Champ's got his 5th rebound in this one. 1:27 left in the first quarter. Alexander Walker with it. Guarded by Adebayo. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Heat trailed by 12. Outside Jaquez. Pass to Adebayo. Love inside. Covered by Alexander Walker. Robinson for 3. Drains the triple. Robinson's got 6 points.
Well, when your shot is as polished as Robinson's, you can be that fast with your motion.
Outside McDaniels. Reed sets a screen. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Miami shooting only 35% so far in this quarter. Rozier. Outside Robinson. Pass to Jaquez. Rozier looking around. Second shot opportunity. And it falls all over the rim and in. There's 25 seconds left now in the first quarter. Here's Champ. 14 points for him. Reed a screen on Jaquez. Drives to the hoop. And he goes in for the dunk.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Rozier from outside. The shot comes out, and so it's Minnesota. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, and they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Julius Randle. Then there's Rudy Gobert. And it's Champ in at the small forward position. Oh! Rudy on the lob!
Well, Gobert with the 7'9" wingspan, making it look simple.
Now here's Robinson. He's coming off a 13-point game against the... Nuggets in Denver. Love, a screen on DiVincenzo. Out to the right wing. Pass to Jovic. Here's Highsmith. 6 to shoot. To the inside. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Pass to Larson. Out to the right wing. Outside Robinson. To the wing on the left. Here's Jovic. No points yet. From the arc. Champ with the rebound. Champ's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
And that one's good. Champ's got 18 points in the game.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Picked by Gobert. Here's Champ. Pure from three-point range. Champ's got 21.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Love, a screen on Edwards. Here's Larson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Anthony Edwards. Miami shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be
And the first one at the line is good. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Champ can't hit. Heat trail by 10. Outside Robinson. Beyond the arc. Randall pulls down the board. And so Randall will bring it up for Minnesota. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Edwards for 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. After this game, they can look forward to Detroit, where they will match up against the Pistons. And that'll be game 4 of this 6-game stretch on the road. Gobert against Love. Over Gobert. And it's Love missing. Minnesota leading by 10. Here's Champ. 21 points in the game. Randall, the pass to Champ. Gobert with it. Pass to Champ. For 3, DiVincenzo sinks the tray. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Love. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
There's the triple. DiVincenzo can't hit. Heat trailed by 13. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Larson. Here's Jovic from outside the arc. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Well, Coach, how about the Eric Spoelstra story? Started as a video coordinator with the Heat back in '95. You were an assistant in Miami back then.
Yeah, look, Brian, even then, Eric is one of the rare guys that all of us on the staff knew right from the beginning that he had all the makings of a great coach. Players trusted him and had confidence in his ability to help them.
From the video room to the Hall of Fame one day.
No question.
All right, with this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year. Number 1, Minnesota. The Heat 3rd.
And what stuck out to me is how
through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Thanks for joining us. The story through the first half, the Miami Heat in a game so far that's been close.
We've talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation that allows them to play matchups.
So why aren't they ahead in this game? And I'll tell you why. The starters have to do more.
Thanks for joining us. The story through the first half, the Miami Heat in a game. All right, fellas. Let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
I think for the Timberwolves, right now, a lot of teams are still figuring things out, shuffling rotations, and players are trying to get their timing back.
Yeah, plenty of adjustments in the early stages. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for...
I think for the Timberwolves, right now, a lot of teams are still
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Heat trail by 3. And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. They've got Alec Burks. He's out there with Tyler Hero. And it's Highsmith in at the 3 spot. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Minnesota's gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. The 3, DiVincenzo. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pass to Burks for the lead. And the Heat, another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Randall outside. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Champ can't hit. Miami's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Pass to Burks. Hero with it. No good off the glass.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots. Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Down low. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Well, Stan, in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Champ. He's got 24. Here's Edwards. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
Among the best athletes in this league, Anthony Edwards taking flight.
Pass to Ware. Outside Burks. Out left to the wing. Here's Highsmith. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in the game.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Champ. To the middle. Using the size. Gobert.
With his giant frame, Gobert sets a good screen and then just pivots into open position.
Pass to Highsmith. Inside. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Randall deciding where to go with it. Here's Champ. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Champ's got 26.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Burks against Edwards. Highsmith passes to Hero. Over to the wing. Here's Ware. Offline with a 3. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Champ. DiVincenzo on the wing, defended by Burks. For the lead. DiVincenzo can't hit. And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. It's a 1-point game. Here's Highsmith. Again, the Heat misses.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Randall finds DiVincenzo. Here's Champ. 26 points for him. And the call will be against Tyler Hero. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Minnesota with it. Here's Champ, picked by Gobert. And he lobs it up top.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
Highsmith. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Here's Champ, picked by Gobert. Champ passes to Gobert.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he rolls hard to the right spot.
The Heat with the lead. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins. Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Randall on the screen. Champ passes to Edwards. For the lead. The triple hits for Edwards.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
Outside Burks from behind the arc. Book it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
He came out of halftime with renewed focus, heating things up offensively.
To the wing, right side. Gobert with it. Now Burks defending. Here's Champ. There's the drive. And he comes up with a bucket. Champ's gotten 4 this quarter. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Hero for 3. Randall pulls down the board. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Champ. And he's got 28 now. To the paint. They swipe it. Edwards against Burks. Here's Adebayo. And the big finish by Adebayo.
Wow. Look at Adebayo there. Showing off a little bit, I think.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Here's Champ. Rebound Miami. Pass to Ware. Down low. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. And if you want to know which players had the most success from distance last season, here they are. Mike Conley, 3rd.
He shot with nearly unmatched confidence from the arc last year.
The one-hand dunk just looks so fluid. Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powered it home like that. And if you want to know which players had the most success from distance last season, he shot with nearly unmatched confidence from the arc last year. Completely new group for the Timberwolves. Jovic, he's checked in for Miami. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, we credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Champ in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Randle outside. They set the pick. Pass to Champ. Here's Shannon. This one for 3. Nails it from 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Rozier against DiVincenzo. Rozier gets the bucket.
And what I love about Rozier is his fearlessness as a scorer. Inside, outside, in between, it doesn't matter.
Pass to Champ. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Shannon. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. The first one falls. Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Hits both from the stripe. Heat trail by 4. And here's Jaquez. Pass to Jovic. Now here's Robinson. Here's Jovic. And here's Love. Defended by Gobert. 3 on the clock. Fires for 3. Champ with the rebound. Champ's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. DiVincenzo, pass to Randall. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Champ. Robinson against DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
Love, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Champ, covered by Johnson. Here's Champ. Minnesota again missing.
Well, 3 triples in the first half, but he seems to have gone cold from distance since the break.
Right side Love. Back to Robinson to tie it up. And he takes it up and lays it in. And that ties it up.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Here's Champ. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. The first free throw is good, and Minnesota making a change here. Clark's checked in. So hits one and misses one at the line.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
Hero, no good.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Here's Champ. Randall is screen on Robinson. Champ, good. Champ's got 31.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
Hero, the pass to Burks. Outside Robinson. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Robinson's got 11 in the second half.
What a performance. Hit 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's added 3 more since.
Randall, the pass to Champ. Count it! The defender is called for the block, and he could turn this into a 3-point play.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Highsmith, he's checked in for Robinson. So it's Miami now. Now Hero. Adebayo from long range. And again, it's Miami from deep.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Randall, the pass to Champ.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync. And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Now here's Hero. Pass to Ware. Now Burks to take the lead. And it's good on the layup. Burks has got 22.
The name of the game isn't scoring, it's scoring efficiency.
Gobert with it. Clark outside. Randall, the pass to Champ. Back to Randall. That one is off. Good D by Adebayo. Here's Highsmith. Back to Burks. Kicks it to Hero. 5 to shoot. No good from outside.
Well, he is desperately trying to get something going, but this has not been his night. They need to consider making an adjustment.
Here's Champ. Takes it inside. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Minnesota. And that one misses. A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game, Stan, catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
And there's a 3-second violation. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Minnesota has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Here's Champ, picked by Gobert. Puts it up from 12. Outside Edwards. Shoots over Burks. Minnesota again missing.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Here's Champ. Pass to DiVincenzo. Another miss by Minnesota.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense. Well, they're right to trust Hero in these moments. He's a very reliable scoring option.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Randall outside. Here's Champ, defended by Burks. Picked it out of midair. Inside. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Miami.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
They also excelled defensively tonight, particularly inside. Tons of shots sent back, which was a treat to watch.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Hero outside. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Highsmith. It's blocked by Gobert.
So good at finding these rejections. Gobert has all the physical tools and razor-sharp reflexes as a defender.
There's 1:34 left to play in the fourth. Here's Highsmith. Outside, DiVincenzo. Here's Champ. Off target with the 3. Heat leading by 4. Here's Hero. Some solid defense from Edwards.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Champ passes to DiVincenzo. Picked by Gobert. And he's going for the oop here. Money.
Well, you gotta love that Rudy Gobert was ready in a key moment.
Here's Hero. 55 seconds left in the game. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Dante DiVincenzo.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Oh, terrific defensive intensity right there. Getting stops like that is crucial for them right now.
And here's Edwards. Pass to Champ. Picked by Gobert. Champ passes to DiVincenzo to tie it up. Clock at 6. Oh, he nails it! Oh, a tremendous 3! We're tied!
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, "Let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done." So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now Hero. Adebayo. Missed it. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Back to Adebayo. Missed it. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Tyler Hero is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Ware in at the 5 spot. 5 on the clock. Here's Highsmith. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
But man, the defender really went after him.
And he drops it first. And he can't hit the second. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards just bullying his way inside.
Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
And it's Highsmith missing. And for Minnesota, they're shooting it well, almost 50% from the floor. 4 quarters, not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime now. Champ can't hit.
Oh, he's been doing everything. Hitting the boards, huge game for him thus far.
Pass to Burks. Hero, screen on Edwards. Burks for 3. And he gets it to go again. He's connected on 10 of 15 now.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Yeah, nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
Miami trailing. Outside Burks. Hero, screen on Edwards. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Ware. It's rebounded by Minnesota. DiVincenzo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Edwards, a pass to Champ. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. Here's Highsmith. Oh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
Nice pass by Hero. He is a highly skilled player.
For Minnesota, they've gone 4 for 6 in OT so far. A good percentage. For 3, DiVincenzo. Miami grabs the miss. Where's for Miami? They've gotten 2 of 4 attempts to go in OT. The floater. Hero, no good. Pass to Champ. Back to DiVincenzo. And here's Randall. Gobert with a screen on Adebayo. Now DiVincenzo. Here's Champ. The bank shot, no good. 1:03 left to play in overtime. To the middle. Here's Ware. Oh, the big dunk right over Julius Randle.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Outside Burks. Pass to Adebayo. There's a screen to take the lead. Outside Burks. Here's Ware. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Champ. Count it!
Well, you can see that Edwards isn't trying to do it all on his own. He's also looking for shots for others out there.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Highsmith passes to Hero. The three won't fall. Oh, swiped away. It's off.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass.
And Minnesota with possession here. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And the second of two is good. And that makes it a three-point lead. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. All right, thoughts on what Coach is going to do here?
And a three would tie it up. If they have to make one extra pass to get a better shot, they probably have just enough time to do that.
Works for three. Oh, bangs home the three. Oh, an enormous three-pointer. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. And we'll return shortly. And as we play on into another overtime, you know these teams must be wearing down. It's become a battle of attrition. Here's Champ. Gobert passes to Champ. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Back to Hero. To take the lead. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Buries it from three.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Here's Highsmith. Pass to Adebayo. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Picked by Gobert. Champ passes to Gobert. Yes, it's good. And now a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, you know, Gobert is only going to shoot it when he gets a high percentage look like that.
Now here's Hero. To win the run. Knocks down the triple.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
The Timberwolves lead by 4. Here's Champ. Randall outside. Out to DiVincenzo. Just 5 to shoot. Let's go with a 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Highsmith. Pass to Hero. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, in these moments, Hero knows he has to step up. So he works hard to find the bucket.
Champ passes to Randall. Launches a 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert.
What a costly turnover. Those are the ones that keep you up at night.
Here's Hero. 1:33 left in the second overtime period. To tie it up. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
Well, this is why the defense has to be up on Hero. His jump shot is a real weapon.
Pass to Champ. Hey, expanding his range. And the three-pointer goes. Champ's got 48. Heat trail by 3. Hero outside. From downtown. Doesn't go for him. Minnesota shooting it well. Almost 50% from the floor. To the inside. Here's Champ. Another bucket. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show.
I'll tell you what. It's good to be his age.
Yeah. I don't have memories like that at my age, though. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Burks finds Hero. Cash! What a beautiful shot! Brings them within 3!
Well, they really needed a hoop, and Hero steps up.
Pass to Champ. Randall outside. 4 on the clock. The 3, DiVincenzo sinks it from distance. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Here's Hero. Off the inbound, no good. And that's an intentional foul. And he commits the intentional foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And that trip coming up empty. Missing both. Burks for 3. He's off on that one. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he's able to hit the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
So it's Minnesota picking up the win. Double overtime games are so grueling. And after this one, everyone, the officials, the fans, the broadcasters, will all have to take a little rest.
Yeah, I need that rest, I'll tell you. But, hey, give them credit. They really dug deep into their energy reserves and showed their determination to get this win.
And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. We'll see you next time.
Way to bring the effort tonight. Way to bring the effort tonight.
Knowing the kind of player MP is, that 50-point outburst was just the beginning.
Oh, sat right near the glass. I got the $20 cents. You? Solid effort tonight on both ends.
So much for shopping with.
welcome in. Oh, hi, welcome in. Thanks for coming in.